everyone and welcome to today's video. So, how did we get here? I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit embarrassed about this video, but you know what, I've decided to embrace it and we are going to be dedicating a whole video to MDZS merch. So it's a series that I have gotten into recently, considering that a few months ago I couldn't even tell you the name of the series properly. And I think the last time I properly mentioned anime on this channel was like a year ago in my unhaul video where I was talking about unhauling the first 2 volumes of Heaven Official's Blessing, which is, you know, by the same author. So yeah, how did we get here? Because I am dedicating like a whole video to it, I thought I'd do a little bit of a story time before we get into the merch. So if you do only care about the merchandise, I will put a timestamp below. But without further ado, here is the story on how I became a fool. So to be honest, I couldn't even tell you why, like what caused this to happen if I had to have a guess. So it started with me watching the donghua first. So I started the donghua in June, and I think it was a mix of seeing a scene from the donghua and I thought that the animation was like really pretty and nice, and I was like, oh, I just want to watch like a pretty animated show. And then I think also the Apothecary Diaries kind of had a little bit of an influence, just because obviously it's an ancient China set show and it's like has a big emphasis on politics, which is also kind of similar to MDZS, although I don't think I completely knew how much it was involved with politics before going into it. But yeah, basically just on a random day in June I was like, I want to watch this show for some reason, and I actually almost didn't watch it because it said, oh, it's on Crunchyroll, and I went to go search it up and I was like, okay, Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. By the way, I would like to say that I am very open to constructive criticism with any of my pronunciation. I'm not very familiar with Chinese pronunciation and especially like tonal languages, so do feel free to correct me if I'm saying anything wildly wrong. But yes, anyway, searched up Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation in Crunchyroll, doesn't show up, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's not available in the UK because that happens sometimes. I guess I'll do something else. But then I found out, of course, it's on a completely different name, because why would they keep everything under the same name? So once I found out it was under the name Master of Diabolicism, you know, I started watching it. And I'm gonna be honest, for the first, I want to say, I think it was the first 6 episodes, I was incredibly confused. Mainly because I missed I don't know if it was like a card or text or if they said it very briefly, but I missed the point at either, I don't know if it was at the end of episode 2 or the start of episode 3, where they said, hey, this is a flashback now, we're going 16 years into the past. I completely missed that part, and I was incredibly confused why all these characters were acting differently, why they were acting so familiarly and like it was the past. But I was like, this can't possibly be the past, because our main character Wei Wuxian is supposed to be reincarnated in someone else's body and they look the exact same, and if he was reincarnated in someone else's body then he wouldn't look the same. So why do they look the same? So therefore this is not the past and this is not a flashback, even though it was, and they did tell you that. I just completely missed that part. But I think it was episode 7 where I think I did some googling, I figured it out, and I was like, ah, that makes way more sense. So yes, episode 7, figured it out. Plot started coming together as well, because I feel like up until that point it's kind of unclear how everything's going to come together, but at that point that's when it starts going into a more linear story, I feel like. So I think that was a good point to figure out that it was a flashback. But anyway, by the end of season 1 I was officially hooked. The last few episodes of season 1 are seriously like so good. They were absolute cinema. Like I was so engrossed in them, and it was at this point I had a very big decision to make, because I knew that this was based on a novel. I knew this was based on an anime, and that the donghua would of course be heavily censored and potentially not accurate to the original novel. So I did some researching, and there was a lot of comments saying like, oh, the content in the donghua on top of being censored is like incredibly rushed, they change things, they speed things up, and they don't fully explain things, and it's incredibly confusing and you won't understand what's going on. And I weighed up my options and I thought about it. And I was like, okay, so I watched the entirety of season 1. I thoroughly enjoyed it, despite the fact that I was confused for basically the first half of it. So that kind of like eliminated the confusion element. And then I thought about it realistically, and I was like, it has taken me 4 years, I think, to get 100 pages into volume 2 of Heaven Official's Blessing. The chances of me reading the novel, incredibly low. Not gonna happen. And then of course there was also the manhwa route, And to be honest, I looked at the manhwa and I was a big fan of the art style, and I was like, you know what, I've been enjoying the donghua, I've been enjoying how it's animated, the soundtrack, everything like that, so I'm gonna stick with the donghua, and you know, we'll see how it goes. So I watched the rest of the donghua, we get to the end, and I need more. It was so good, I was absolutely captivated, fell in love with the story, and I needed more. So of course, first place I turned to, the novel. I ordered volume 1 of the novel, however, it's taking too long for volume 1 of the novel to arrive. I think it took, I don't know, it was like 5 days maybe, and that was too long for me apparently. So luckily this coincided, these 5 days were over a weekend, and so I ended up reading the entirety of the manhwa in about a day over the weekend. Like literally I did nothing except read the manhwa, and I had read all, I think it's like 250 chapters, all of them done, done and dusted. And then at this point I finished reading the manhwa, a few days passed, volume 1 arrives, and it's like, okay, we're going straight into volume 1. I did also watch the like chibi series of the donghua as well during this time. You know, I needed anything, I was latching onto anything. I was listening to songs that reminded me of the series, I was looking at edits on TikTok, you know, I needed everything. And so volume 1 of the novel arrives, and I'm like, great, perfect, boom, start reading it. I can't remember how long it took me to read through volume 1, but I know it got to a point where I was in the volume and I'm like, this isn't enough. I need the rest of the books for when I finish this volume, because I like to read books physically if it's like words. That sounds really dumb. Like manga I'm okay reading digitally, but for, you know, traditional novels I like to have it physically. It goes into my brain better. So I'm like, I need to get the rest of the novels now, so when I finish this volume 1 I'm not waiting to get the rest of the novels. And so I go and I find like a cheap secondhand set to get all the novels, so I actually own 2 volumes of volume 1 now, because it was easier, it was cheaper, it was quicker to just do that. And so I have now read the entirety of the novels, the entirety of the manhwa, watched all of the donghua, watched all of the chibi donghua. I have not touched the Untamed, and I don't really know if I want to be honest, because I know it's kind of almost like it's almost like an alternate universe. Like, it's set in the same world, it has a lot of the same plot points, but they also change things and develop things differently. And so I'm very content with the ending I got in the novel and in the donghua. So I don't really want to change that. Like, I don't want them to take that away from me, because I've also heard the ending is like I've had a mix of it's an open ending / it's more bittersweet / sad, and I'm very happy with the ending we got, so I don't want that taken away. And obviously, during all this time, while being obsessed, while it has taken over the brain space, while it's been the only thing that I could think about, we naturally got merch, and that is what the majority of this video is going to be. I'm so sorry if that was not interesting to anyone, but that is where we are at, and we're going to show off the merch. Now, I have gotten a lot more merch than I expected to in the amount of time it has been, and so because of that, originally I was going to include all the merch and like figures in one video. However, I do think I'm going to do the figures in a separate video, just because, as I said, I ended up getting a bit more than I expected to. So we are going to start with the merchandise. So without further ado, let us begin. Now, one thing I do want to preface before we get into the merchandise is I didn't like fully do research into a lot of these things before like buying them, so some things may not be official. You know, it varies. I was just on Macari finding things that I wanted, but yeah, I just wanted to preface that. So the first thing I'm going to start with, I mean, technically this isn't merch, but I feel like it's an important step in the journey, and that is of course all 5 volumes of the novel, the English editions by 7 Seas. As I mentioned, these are secondhand, so they're a little bit beaten up, and this is my proof of reading, all my little tabs. But yeah, as I mentioned, this just feels like an important part of the journey, so I couldn't not include them in the haul. I'm still so shocked that I actually read through all of these, but here we are. Like, I was fully expecting to like by the time I did this merch video, I'd be like, oh, I'm like halfway through volume 3. No, they're all done, all gone. It just shows like when your mind is just taken over by something, what you can do. And then following that, I have something that actually arrived today, just before I started filming this, so I thought we could open it together, and that is the hardcover edition of Volume 5 for the French edition of The Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. You're probably wondering, why did you buy the French version? I just really love this cover. This isn't the pretty edition with sprayed edges. That was extremely limited, and if I could have, I would have gone that version. But I just absolutely love the aesthetic of this cover. If you couldn't tell by things around me, I really like blue and pink. I like cherry blossoms. Have you seen the name of this channel? So this was going to be in my like display edition, and that was the main reason that I wanted it. Obviously I'm not planning to read it in French as well. I can't even speak French. But yes, let's open this up. They are also releasing English hardcover editions, which I have already ordered volume 1 of, and I will be getting the rest of them. And if it does turn out volume 5 of the English ones is like incredibly similar to this, then I probably will sell this. But as I said, it was just the aesthetic of this cover was so pretty. And look at the shiny silver. Even got like the bunnies on the back. It's so cute. But yeah, for the English editions, I actually really like the designs that they've done for them so far. I know there's been like some complaints about them, and I personally don't agree with the complaints that I have seen. Like, one complaint was that they wanted the sprayed edges to do the continuous story the same way the Heaven Official's Blessing novels do. And personally, I don't like the continuous story on those ones. I really like having the individual ones, and then when you see it all together, you see all the clans. I think that's a really cool detail. My only complaint that I've seen so far with the English ones is I think the quotes that they're choosing to put on the book are kind of weird. Like, for the first one, it's perfect. For the other two, it just feels, I don't know, very forced. It doesn't really match the rest of the aesthetic of the covers. But yes, anyway, sorry, I went on a tangent, but here is the French edition. It's so nice, actually. I love the way it feels as well. And I love the fact that it's not a dust cover. And then, of course, you have the gorgeous artwork inside. And on the side, you have a Wang Xian little illustration. And then I'm just going to show off the illustrations. Okay, so you get this one. These are so cute. Wait, I love this art style. That's so cool. This one. Oh, I love these ones. So cute. And then that's the last one. So yeah, pretty cool. As I said, this is more of a display edition for me, but yes, super cool. Okay. Next up, I do have a couple other art books to do. So this is the art book for the Donghe, which of course I needed to get. It is a little beat up because I did get it secondhand. I got it for like £10 on Mercari. And then on the inside, looks like this. But yes, so I did get the art book for the Donghe, which I thought was necessary. And honestly, the thing that made me want it the most is the concept art parts of it. Like, just as an example, I just opened to this random page. I'm like, look how gorgeous that is. It's actually really reminiscent of the illustration that's in the volume 1 novel. But it's just so pretty. Or like you have this one. Like, it's so gorgeous. And I am so happy to own this. It's so pretty. And then I did also get the Japanese art book. I believe this was like a limited edition when you bought all the novels in Japan. So it's just this little blue book, and it's just got some illustrations. I'm laughing at this one because it's just like a dog chilling here. It's like, get away from there right now. But yeah, so this is just do it the right way. Just a small little art book, which I thought was super cute, which I also just got secondhand. And then this next thing was kind of cheating. So for those that don't know, I actually have a merch store here in the UK that I help with getting like merch and items and things to fans in the UK. And this was an item that we had stocked, and I stole it for myself. So, you know, it's a little bit of cheating. But when the moment I got into the series, I was like, I'm gonna need one of these for myself, actually. And that is this edition of Pash. So it does have Mighty from Honkai Star on the back, but this is the front cover, and it's so gorgeous. It's in my like wedding outfits. It's so cute. It's a little bit bent, and that was my mistake. That was my fault for where I put it before doing this haul. But it also comes with the clear file of the illustration, and Mighty's also there behind it. But clear file of the illustration, and then it also comes with a giant poster, which I'm not going to pull out, but it's just the same illustration. So as I said, that was just something I stole for myself. I think from now on we're on to like the more regular merchandise. So as I said, it's going to be a mix of official and non-official. Actually, the first thing I'm going to show is non-official, and I think every MDZS fan has these from what I've seen. I got them because I saw them on a TikTok video, and that is these adorable Wang Xian like bunny plushies. They're so cute. I literally can't get over how adorable they are. And I love the fact that they like sit up by themselves. But yes, these are very unofficial. But when I saw them, I needed them. They were a need. I know when I got into the series and I was like, oh my gosh, they're bunnies, that's so cute. And I was like, oh, they're bunnies, okay. But personally, I just love rabbits and rabbit themed like merchandise. I don't know why. Just something about rabbits just speaks to me. So the fact that they have rabbits as their like iconography is really dangerous, actually. Really dangerous for me personally. For our next things we're going to be showing off, let's show off this first. So this is a little Shikashi board. So it's like a paper one, and it just has this illustration. I just love the flowers, and I believe this art is done by an illustrator called Giris, who does a lot of like MXTX illustrations, and especially like I've seen so many from MDZS, so there's probably going to be a lot of that artwork in this because I really like that artwork, as I'm assuming a lot of the fan base does, and that's how or why they keep doing artwork. But here we have the Shikashi. Oh, and next up we have these little like tassel acrylic keychains. I believe this lot of merch I'm showing right now, it was on Ami Ami, and a lot of it was on sale. And when I got it, I was like, how can this be on sale? It's so nice. So let's show Lamonji's first. So this is Lamonji's. So obviously you have this little tassel bit and this little bit at the bottom, the top. Which, to be honest, this part I could take or leave, but the actual like charm itself is so pretty. Like, I just love the way the like image is printed, and it has this like 3D effect, and like the marbling on the back is so pretty. It's so nice. And it also has this like glittery sheen underneath, but it doesn't obstruct the image. It's so nice. We have the matching Wei Wuxian, which I also love when they have Wei Wuxian's colour be a bit more pinky, just because, as I pointed out, I really like the combination of blue and pink. So anytime they do a combination where Wei Wuxian's colour is a bit more pinky with merchandise, I felt I needed to have this the right way around. Yes. So yeah, there's a full illustration of these two. And then we have this acrylic sand, which I haven't got assembled right now, and I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, I'll assemble it quickly. So this still has the acrylic film on it, so it's not as clear as it actually would be. But this is a really cool acrylic sand where it's like double-sided. So you've got, you see the Lansect on this side, and then you've got Wei Wuxian and like the Burial Mans on this side. And I absolutely love the artwork on this. It's so pretty. So it's definitely one of those ones where you kind of have to choose what you want to display, but it, you know, it could be like on Halloween we bring out Wei Wuxian, and then in spring we bring out Lamonji, you know? So it, you know, it's perfect for theming. But I just really like the art on it. So that was that one. And so for this next thing, I didn't realise how big it was until it arrived, and it is massive. It is this giant cam badge of these little like chibi illustrations with Wei Wuxian and Lamonji. And it's super cute. I love the blossom. But yeah, I did not realise how massive it was. I thought it was going to be like, you know, like this big maybe. But it does have a little stand on the back so you can stand it up, which is pretty cool. And then it did, if I can find it, oh, this is the backing for it, and it is basically just the illustration. So it does mean, obviously it has a little bit at the top where the badge was originally, but it does mean I can just pin up this illustration as well somewhere if I don't have enough if I don't have enough space to display this one. But for our next thing, this is like an acrylic stand diorama, and I absolutely love this so much. I did buy it secondhand, so it does have some defects, but I literally adore this. So we have this little diorama of Lamonji with his Wuxian sitting on the bridge, and the Wei Wuxian in the tree. Super cute, and it is actually on the back. You have the back of Lamonji, so you can have him like properly like looking at him, which I think is super cute. But I love this so much. It's just adorable, and I love the 3D effect it causes, but it doesn't take up like too much space. It's so nice, and I like the fact it's kind of propped up so you can put some things like in front as well, because that's always an issue with like displays. I think anyone who relates, who makes like shrine areas or has like a lot of merch collected, it's so hard when it's all the same level because it's all covering each other, where when you have stuff like this you can kind of stagger the levels. And then, okay, this is such a fun acrylic stand. I love the idea of this so much. So this is this little acrylic stand where they're on like a little swing. It's so cute, and I just love how like dynamic it is. Like it just adds a little life to the stationery collection. Look at it go! It's so fun, and it's just so cute, this little like setup. They're just in their own little world. It's so cute. I literally can't. It's adorable. And then this next one is going to be kind of the standout one in this collection, because I think it's the only thing I have that is kind of a modern set design, and it is this Valentine's Day acrylic stand. It's so cute. I debated so long in if I wanted the acrylic stand or the like clear file of this illustration, because look at them, they're so cute. And once again, the pinks, the blues, absolutely love. The like bouquet of flowers. It's so cute. I did decide on the acrylic stand, obviously, just because I love the balloons in the background, and they're so cute. But yeah, so it was this special Valentine's Day acrylic stand. Oh, next up we have a matching clear file and like little postcard set. So this is the postcard. It's such a cute illustration. I love like any illustration where language is like holding my vision in some way. It's so cute. And then we have the clear file of the exact same illustration on the back, but absolutely love those. And then I have a clear file which is actually not Wei Wuxian or Lan Wangji. It is Jinling. I love Jinling and Berry so much. I feel very maternal to Jinling. I've adopted him as my grandson. And look how happy he is in this illustration. I literally can't. So yes, Jinling's probably my second favourite character in MDZS. Like, I think I genuinely cried the most over Jinling. I just felt so bad for him. He just needs a hug. And look, he's giving a hug to Fairy. It's so cute. So yes, we have this one. This, I believe, was a, I mean, you can kind of see here, but I believe this was for a Pash magazine. I don't know if it like came with the magazine or if you needed to send in for it, but that's where that one's from. This next thing I actually need to open because I didn't open it when it arrived. But it is just a little postcard. And this again is one of those things where like I can't tell if it's official or not because it doesn't have any like official labeling anywhere, so it feels like someone just like printed this out and sold it. But it's a very cute illustration. You know, I said about Lan Wangji holding Wei Wuxian, but yeah, super cute, and just like all the lotuses around. Adorable. Oh, this next one's a fun one. This is such a fun idea. So this, I feel like I should take this one out of the plastic to fully show off, to appreciate the beauty of this. This is one of those things that just shows you how far we've come with technology. So this is a lenticular card, and basically, depending on, let's see if I can show it which way you do it, it basically takes Wei Wuxian's clothes off. And I think that's so funny. So I don't know if which way it is. There we go, you can kind of, there we go. And I just think that's so funny. And I felt this was very in line with them as characters. So yeah, also the artwork is also genuinely just adorable, like look at them. But again, this was just like a really fun piece of merch. Oh, and then this next thing is again something that I think is unofficial, and this one I kind of knew buying it, but also I just really wanted it. I'm sorry, I know that's bad of me, but look, so it's this little like 3D acrylic plate, and it's obviously Yiling Patriarch, Wei Wuxian with Lan Wangji and little Ayuan. It's so cute. I literally can't. It's so cute. And it's the same on the other side. Yeah, just from like quality and the fact that like it's the same on both sides and there's no like copyright, I'm assuming this is unofficial, but so cute. So happy to have. Oh, this next thing actually came with the Japanese art book that I showed. And this is an official acrylic plate, which is why I can kind of tell that the other one isn't official. And it is this artwork of Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji like falling down. Yeah, and you can see like the copyright here. On the back it's different. But yeah, super cool. So these next ones I didn't buy for their like intended purpose, but I just thought they were super cute. So if you question why I bought these, just just know I wasn't planning to actually use these. But I got these for, they're like hand mirrors, but they're acrylic keychains also. That's how I plan on using them. Here you can see the little mirror on the inside. But yes, do not plan on using it that way. But as I said, so I've got 4. So we've got little Situé here, which is super cute, and he's got the little bunnies. It's so cute. I literally can't. I also really like Sidgeway. If you can tell, I like with the kiddos. But yeah, so super cute. Such a good boy. And then we also have Jinling, of course. He's looking very ferocious. And then, of course, we did get Wei Wuxian and Langwenji. So here is Wei Wuxian's. And then here we have Langwenji's. And it's like they're doing a duet. It's so cute. So yeah, I just really like the glittery borders and the cute little like chibi illustrations. And being able to get like something matching with Jinling and Sidgeway and then Wangxian. And then next up we have 4 mystery bags that actually aren't a mystery at all because I know exactly what's in them. But here are the front of the mystery bag in case you are curious. So these are actually from the exact same illustration collection as like a giant can badge from earlier. So if I get the right ones. So these ones are the exact same illustration, but they're in acrylic chain form. So if I show them individually, we have Langwenji with the little bunny, and then it also has his Guqin there. And then we have Wei Wuxian, he's got Chengqing there. And I just love the fact that they're like slightly glittery. These are so cute, and they have little sakura petals as the little clasps, so super cute. And then we have the other set, which these ones are new illustrations. So here is the Wei Wuxian one, where it's them sitting down this time, and then on this part it has their swords. So we have Wei Wuxian's, whose name I really struggle to say, so I'm not gonna try. So it's Subian? Is that how you say it? And then we have the Langwenji one, which is so precious. And then of course we have Bichen. Okay, for this next thing, I actually once again got a set of acrylic keychains, and it's of these like dessert themed illustrations. So I have 6 with me here. 2 of them I don't necessarily want to keep, so I'm still deciding what I want to do with them, if I want to just like sell them off. So I guess if anyone wants them, let me know. Here we have Wei Wuxian's with this roll, and then we have Little Apple here as well. It's super cute, and then there's actually like 2 sides to it, so you've got happy birthday as well. So cute. So here we have Langwenji's. Once again, super cute, and then he has this wee bit on the back once again with the happy birthday. That's so cute. I just love it. So cute with the giant desserts. And then so here's the trays. I have no idea what dessert this is trying to be. If someone knows, let me know, but it's probably my least favorite design wise, but I do love the fact that he's like reaching up for the top. It's adorable. We got the back, but very cute. He's trying his best. He's only 2 apples tall. And next, of course, we have Jinling and Fairy. So cute. This is probably my favorite of the bunch. It's just adorable, and just anything with animals will instantly plus points. Although to be fair, the Wangxian boys have the bunnies, so that isn't actually an argument. And then for our last 2, so these are the 2 that I'm not sure if I want to keep. So because of that, I am going to keep them in the plastic. But we do have Zhang Cheng's. Very funny. And then we also have Lancy Chen's. Very graceful. Yeah, so I guess if anyone's interested, let me know. But for now, I will hold on to them. Okay, and we are on to our last couple things. So first up, we do have this profile of, once again, another wedding illustration. They're just so cute. To be honest, this is so similar to the other one. Where is it? These are the same image, but in different fonts. But I love both of them. And then this one, I think I'm just going to leave just because I don't have a knife to get this out. There was a, I'm not sure if it was like a pop-up cafe, but an event in Japan, and they had these like placemats on coasters with illustrations on. So I did get this placemat of this absolutely adorable illustration. I literally cannot get over how cute this illustration is. This is so incredibly domestic. I just but look at them, they're so cute. And then I got 2 coasters, and one of them is of the exact same illustration. I bought the placemat first, and then I was like, oh, I really want a coaster as well, just in case I don't have the space to display like that big of an image. And I was like, oh, but I can't justify buying the exact same illustration once again, you know, on the same thing. So I found it in a set with a different one that I wanted, which is this one, which once again, so incredibly domestic. It's so cute. It's just like different ways of them showing affection. It's so cute. I can't get over them. But yes, with that is the last of the merchandise that I got. I hope you can see why I'm splitting the figures into a different video now. I hope you enjoyed this video. That was an excuse for me to ramble over MDZS shirt for however long this video is. I've been filming for like 45 minutes. So yeah, hopefully not too long. But we will see. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you are interested in the figures, watch out for that video. Hopefully it'll be up in the next couple weeks, but we will see. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.